Howdy ho, my crafty friends. Welcome to the Ladybug Journals. This is Lori. I'm so glad you joined me around the craft table today. So today, we're going to have some fun. Last Christmas, I made, you know what? I should have got the Christmas journal out to show you. I made a Christmas tree with, well, you know what? Let's just grab it and I'll show you so you know what I'm talking about here. Because it sure was fun. And if you want to do it, you can do it with me. So you know what I'm talking about. So this was the Christmas journal that we made. And boy, it sure was fun to make. It's a soft-sided journal. And, you know, that we made with a, what was it called? A book. You know, it was a book, oops. See, I'm still gluing pages together. We made it with a book. You know, those soft... I'll think of it in a minute, you guys. Oh my gosh. We made it with a book cover. You know what I mean. You know, we've made another one since then. And I made a Christmas tree in here. And since then, they've gotten quite popular to make with paper. Well, I know you're in here, little lady. I think it was in this journal. Now she's sticking everywhere. All right, where is it? Where's our Christmas tree? Gosh, I still have lots of room. We'll have to work in this one again this year. Oh, gracious. I'm pretty sure it was in this one. Maybe it was in a smaller one. Huh. Ooh, I love looking through old journals because they give me lots of ideas on things to do. Anyhow, it was a Christmas tree that we did with, I know it had to be this one. It was the only Christmas journal that we made last year, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Well, yeah, because we haven't even been on a year. Maybe it's the page stuck together here. We had, it was a Christmas tree, and she was made with lace, and she went like this. So since then, everybody has been doing it with paper stripes. Oh dear. Here, it's a hidden pocket. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. And you know what? We're going to do this too in one of our journals coming up because that was fun. And so I thought what we would do is we would do her again. Oh, she's not there. Well, she's in here somewhere. She's in here somewhere. We use buttons and lace on her, and well, she's down there in the playlist. So you'll just have to find her in the playlist because apparently I'm not finding her in the journal. Huh. I'll have to find her in the journal and find out where she is. Because I know she's up there somewhere. She's in one of those journals. Okay, so I thought what we would do today is we would make some tags. And your tags don't have to be ordinary tags, you know, that you go by. They can be tag shapes, you know, out of, like, this is packaging. They can be anything. So I thought what we would do, especially since you're going to cover them with paper and things like that. Like, this is from a dog toy that we bought the boys. And, you know, this is from stickers. Like, I love to save the ones from stickers because they're perfect. They're like heavy-duty cardstock. See? Listen. They're like heavy-duty cardstock. And they're perfect. Now, that is going to make me crazy that I can't find that thing. And, you know, and you get things in the mail all the time. If you receive mail, you receive junk mail. It's that simple. If you're a human on Earth and you receive junk mail, you receive mail. You receive things that are perfect. So you could take an ad like this and glue it back and glue. See how it flips together? You could glue these together, and this is the perfect weight for a tag. Or, this just gave me a great idea. We are not using that for a tag. That just gave me a super idea. But this here, that's the perfect weight for a tag. This, see, this is really thick. But this is the perfect weight for you to do some mixed media on. This is really heavy. So this is the perfect weight to do some mixed media on. This is from some scrunchies that I bought. You know, this would be a very interesting tag. You know, so your tags can be made with anything. So, you know, don't be discouraged if you don't have a tag shape. Have you ever made a tag from a Christmas card or an old birthday card, or just maybe cards that you bought and, you know, you didn't end up using them? I use those all the time in my journals. I use those for, well, that's what we're going to use today. I use those in my journals because you know how sometimes on the back, now this has Thomas Kinkade, but sometimes on the back, you'll have a little tiny picture of what's on the front of the card. I cut this off and then I use that someplace else. And then I'll use the rest of this as a tag. Or this piece right here, we're going to make a tag with this. And probably we're going to use, now we're just going to cover this. You know, I've just pulled out old stuff out of my, I have one of those plastic sleeves that you always see me using. I just have a plastic sleeve, and this is one of those that, you know, that goes like this. It's got the, you know, these things on it, and it's meant to put file folders in. Well, I repurposed it. You know, this was after the puppy Baxter that you hear barking. This is after he got a hold of it. But I repurposed it because, you know, I don't work other than with you guys and have some fun. So I put stuff that I save for my tags in it. So I save all kinds of stuff for tags. Plus, I do buy craft tags, but most of the stuff in here is, you know, from junk mail. Ooh, I like that one. Let's use that one. That's from some jammies. And yeah, see, there's one from a Christmas card. Now, you do have to be careful at what you're, oh yeah, let's use that one too. At what you use. Because you don't want anything, and let's maybe use that one. Because you don't want anything that has gotten dirty. You don't want anything that has, now see, in the dog toy, that one's really thick. You don't want anything that has, you know the rules for, and here's some little ones, we'll do those. You know the rules for junk journal. You don't want anything that has food on it. You don't want anything that has mold on it. Okay? So remember, when you're saving things, to, you know, make sure that they follow those rules. Okay? So, now I also just have some plain off-white cardstock in case we do need to cover something. That's, you know, a little woohoo, you know, out of what I want. And here's my glue mat. And here are my strips of paper. You know, I'm always telling you, save those strips of paper. So there are those. But that's what we're going to use today. We're just going to use those strips of paper that I'm always saving. Here's the box. So we're going to use those. So let's get those. Plus I have this little paper pad, the Vintage Floral. We're going to use some of that. And I have my glue stick. And I have my art glitter glue. And I have various ribbons and lace. I have more strips down here that we're probably going to use. Okay. So this is a no holds barred. Let's just rip and tear through our scraps and have some fun. Okay. Now this is not the project to try and rip a canvas. Okay. Now, if you want to use a canvas, that's where you want to use one of those heavier tags, because this is really, you can rip it like this, but it's really hard to stick down. So I wouldn't use it on one of these thin ones. I would use it on one of the thicker ones. Because this is going to take a lot to glue down this canvas. This is actual, paint canvas. I would use this on one of the thicker ones. I wouldn't use this on one of my thin ones. And I probably will use that on it. So, I'm going to get in my little box here. And let's see what all we have. Now, we'll get that ribbon out of there. And as you can see, yes, I have, this is what's left from one that I made, and that was a tall, thin one. So we'll have to add that to our stash here. Let me cut that level. Yeah, that little piece can go right here in my trash can. And let's just put that actual tag into the trash. And sometimes, like with this one, sometimes I don't even cover them. Like, I really like that. And if I'm doing a summertime journal, I'll just leave this because it's got, tea on it. It's got flowers. And I always drink tea in the summer. So I'll just make this into a tag in its own, all its own. And I'll add some bright colored ribbon to it. And I might add a bright charm to it. And there you go. You got your tag. I'll round the corners. And I've got a tag I can use, and I'm done. Oh, that's something I want. I want my corner rounder. I forgot it. Here it is. A corner rounder. I knew I forgot something. And, nope, I've got my ink. I'm good. Okay. So, I'm thinking on this one, that's what I might do. Because I really like this one. And I don't mind that it's got advertising on the back. I don't care. It's a junk journal. So I don't care. And as I've said before, I don't care about these corners. A tag is a tag. And it's a junk journal. I don't measure. I just cut. It makes absolutely no difference to me. Now, for the top, I might add something pretty. Like these. This little flowers. Oh, look, they match the flower right there. And I might just put those on just like that. Oh, they're kind of loopy-floopy, aren't they? So maybe we need to add something a little stronger. Because you'll never see that to pull it out. Let's see what else we have in here. Let's see what else. Maybe some twine. Let's see if some twine holds up a little bit better. Let's see. Let's find our twine stash and see if that holds up better. Let's see if I have that color. I don't know if I do or not. So let's see in this new haul of twine if I have any color that will. Ooh, I think I do. Alright. And I think I'm going to go through my old twine. I think that color, maybe. Or maybe I'll just use a couple of them. Oh, there it is. Maybe that one, and that one, and that one. Now, these are from, I just got to find the edge of them. The end of it. These are from Topology. And you'll see the haul video that I did. It's down in the playlist. And these are fabulous colors. I hate looking for the ends of things. Yarn, everything. When I crocheted a lot, I would get so frustrated. I would just hand it to my husband and say, find it. And he would just look at me like, well, if you can't find it, how can I find it? Now, see, I found the one really simple, didn't I? See, I would think that would be it. So it's got to be here somewhere. All right, let's do it this way. Maybe it'll pop its head up and say, here I am. You just missed me. There it is. Okay, there's that one. So it was just kind of laying there. All right, so I'm thinking this one's kind of just laying on the end. Right here. Is that one it? No. I feel like when my son was little and I would ask him, is it yellow? And he would say, no. That's so funny. I always have that memory of him. And my son's all grown up now. Do you guys have special memories of your kids doing stuff like that? Oh my gracious, this is crazy. It's just the end of a little piece of twine, for goodness sakes. Oh, forget it. I'm just going to use these two. Alrighty. Here we go. All right, let's just use these. And maybe here. Okay. Maybe that long. I think that'll work like that. Now, I probably have a little charm here. Let's see, do I have a charm? I'm getting my little paper punch because that is the one thing I did forget. Except I'm going to need a thicker one. Let's see if I have a charm. Now, I don't want a ballet slipper. I was thinking I had like a sun. All right. So I want it like right there. And I think I do have a sun someplace. Maybe in all my other beads. Yeah, I do think it would look better with that other one, but we'll find it. And I do think that's too long. So we'll work on that one after we get going here. Okay. Now, didn't look anything like what I wanted it to look. Not a thing, but I like it. Okay, so for these, we're going to do the stripes. But I just need tags. Yep, I just need tags. Okay. So I want to do back and forth stripes of paper and lace. So, and I know you guys have seen these all over the net now, done with paper, you know, different types of paper. Okay. And I'm just going to... And I'm just tearing mine. I'm just tearing it. You know, the width, I'm just tearing it. And just because I'm placing it in that particular spot doesn't mean that's where I'm going to put it. I'm just, you know, measuring the width of the tag. I'm not necessarily going to use it there. I'm just measuring the width of the tag. or the width of the of what I'm using. Now this is some homemade paper that we made, and that video is also down in there. And oh my gosh, if you haven't done this, you need to go watch that video, because this is so much fun to make. So much fun. Oh, and here's one of the tags that we did. So we definitely need to add some lace to that. Oh, here's a piece of the paper. So let's see if it's wide enough for any of them. Oh, I think it is. Not that one, but maybe these. My paper has like 7 different layers on it. And it's made, as you can see, this is just made on cardstock, but some of these other pieces I made are made on book pages. So yeah, you definitely have to go watch the video. I had so much fun making this. Okay, I think we're going to put that one there. All right, so now let's find some lace. I think that one's too long for that, but it'll work there. So let's get some lace on some of them. Okay, and some of the lace, I'm thinking, well, you know, maybe sit on top of it. It might sit in between them. You never know. You know, you guys have been with me long enough. You know, I change my mind. I bip and bop around. Okay, I like this one. I like the shape of it. Oh, for goodness sakes. Maybe this is the card that those others came off of. You know, because it's shaped that same way. Remember the one I told you that I wasn't sure about the shape? Yeah, I like this one. I think this one will look good over here. And this thin one here, this open weave, I like that over here. Yeah, see, I'm just snicking things off. This piece here, yeah, it's wide enough. We can do something with it there. Okay. All right, now let's see if we have, no, we don't have enough for that one. So let's move that one up there, but I think we might have enough for this one. Let's see. Let's see. Now, it starts best if you start from the top. And work your way down. And then I think I want that over the top like that. So I think that's how I want to do this one. And then I'm just going to trim all the edges after I get it done. And since it's just, oh my goodness, since it's just paper, I'm just going to use my glue stick down. And then when I go to put the other down, I'll use something else. So I'm just going to take my glue stick. And I'm going to cover this. And I'll grab those edges of the other. Now, the important thing is to remember that you get the edges of the paper. And you will have to, and remember your order, you will have to, and you know what? I think maybe, yeah, I think I'm going to change the order. I think I'm going to put the flowers at the top. And I think it needs to go this way. like that. Okay. Yeah, because you can come in with your art glitter glue and that fine tip, and you can get in here, which is what I'm going to do. So I've got all that down. So now I have to do this. Okay. So I'm going to take my art glitter glue, and I'm going to come in here, maybe. And while doing that, I can also see the edges, and I can just come all the way across. Okay, let me put my pin up here. And I can come all the way across. I can even put it on the piece I have folded back. And now just make sure it's down. That's the important thing. And if you need to use, you know, your bone folder, then, you know, use your bone folder, but you just want to make sure that everything is down. Now, once it's down, now before I add any of my lace or anything like that, I think I'm going to need to use something a little cleaner. I'm going to come in and I am going to follow around, and I'm going to trim off my edges. And then I'm going to have to get out a wipe and wipe all this glue off of here, because I got some glue on it. And there you go. There's our first one. Now I can take my art glitter glue and glue this down. I can glue this down any way I want. I can go sideways, but first I need to wipe this off because it got all sticky. It is a sticky, sticky wicket. So let's wipe this off here. Yes, it is very, very sticky. I got glue everywhere on it. And then we're going to sit it aside to dry. And you know what? While we're wiping it off, let's go on and wipe the glue off of this side. Then we'll have a clean mat. I think he needs a bath today. So in the tub you are going to go. Here we go. Okay. What about, oh, this side's dirty too, so we might as well. My goodness, I haven't cleaned this in a while, have I? Heaven's sakes. I am not a good cleaner-upper. I always forget to clean my glue mats. Always. I just always forget to clean them. I guess I figured the good craft fairy's going to come in and do it for me. Well, I think I'm going to have to fire her because she's not doing a very good job. All right, so I'm going to put this aside here to dry. And there we go. And I'm going to use my cereal bag. There we go. To glue this on. So, get off of there. All right. So, that's the way the flowers go. So, I think I do want to ink first. And I just want to use the frayed burlap. And I'm trying to decide how I want that to go. I'm not going to poke through up here until this paper dries, because it'll just tear up. I'm not sure how I want this to go. Do I want it to go like this? I think I want it to go like this. So let's get, now this is just my Fabri-Tac, and I'm just going to just put on some in the larger areas, you know, maybe run some on the seams where everything's meeting and things like that. You know, I had to listen the other night to a video I made because the boys were barking. The husband was, you know, running a quad. Then he turned on the mower. Oh my gosh. It was like, could you guys be any louder when I'm trying to do this? And so I had to listen to it, you know, to see if I needed to do any editing, which I am not very good at. Usually I do not edit my videos. You guys get what you guys get because I don't know how to edit. And I just hope and pray that they're okay. But, you know, I thought I kind of knew where it was. And I thought, well, I could probably edit out the one scene. Well, when you hear the one video, you'll hear PJ barking. And I couldn't figure out how to get his bark out because he was running up and down the hallway. And he ended up right in front of my door. And I couldn't figure out how to get that out, you know, without losing everything. So I did tell him later, I said, if you're going to make all that noise, you need to go elsewhere. Okay, so I'm just using my little glue stick to push it down so my fingers don't end up so gluey. But anyway, okay, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. Okay, so I'm going to trim off my edges here. And I'm going to trim them off on this side. Okay, there's that one. And we're going to put this one aside to dry. I'm going to put it right up here on my little table. And I'm going to put stuff away here so I've got more room because I have so much out that I'm kind of limited in space here. I was so excited about doing this. I got all kinds of stuff out. So I need to wipe off my scissors though before they get glued together. So let me wipe this glue off of my scissors. Or my scissors will glue together. That's better. Okay, now my scissors won't glue together. Alrighty. Okay, there's one. Now where's one of the others that we kind of fashioned out? I think it was this one. Or one of these smaller ones maybe. Let's see what we did. Because we still have paper over here that we can use. And we can throw some of these smaller bits in. So let's get these bigger bits out. Oops. And we can put that in there. And I still have all these smaller bits here. Alrighty. Let's see if we can work on this one. because my lace is still here. And let's see, this green goes nicely. I have this. Oh, this would be pretty across the bottom. Here's a piece that can go in there. And here's a piece that could maybe go on top. All right, so we're getting some things together here. Here's some. All right, let me make sure you guys can see what I'm pulling out here. All right, so I'm just kind of pulling things out of my little box over here. Okay, so I think I want to work on this long, tall one. So let's see what all we have together here. All right, so let's start with this piece. We'll put that piece at the top. Now remember, as we come down, I kind of want to add lace bits and paper bits, you know, and things like that. So let's see what we have that goes in there. So that has some blue in it. So maybe look for some blue. So let's see if we have any paper in here. So we have that paper. Let's see, that's paper, but it's a really thick mixed media paper. Let's see what else we have in here. Let's see here. Well, you know, we don't have to use that. We can do something else. You know what? Let's maybe use that and that. Yeah, we'll just re-tear it. And maybe the birds. Let's see what little strips we have. Where's our little strip box? Here it is. Oh, we have music paper we could use. We could use music paper. We have that. We could put on the top. All right. That's canvas. We don't want canvas. Okay, these are all the little strips that I save off the tops. There's some blue. All right, so we're kind of getting away from the black. But, okay, so these two aren't going to work in what we're pulling out here. All right, so let's see. So we're going greens, kind of greenish blue. So that one's not going to work. Nope, that's purple. That's got the greenish blue. Nope. Well, that's got the gold that's in the bird, in the bird's belly. Okay, let's see here. There's some of the butterflies again. Let's see what all's in here. Let's see. There's some of the, that's that thick paper. We don't want that. And that one I think is too thick. I think the next one we might just do, okay, that's canvas. We don't want canvas on this one. I think the next one I might just use book pages. Book pages in these sewn strips because they're lots of fun. That one would look good. All right, let's see if we have enough for this one. Here's that greenish blue color. that I was looking for. Maybe. All right, let's see how that works. Plus, we've got our lace colors down here. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. I don't think that purple's going to work. Let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Yeah, that's wide enough. So let's tear a piece off of that. But it's too wide the other way. So let's make it a little more narrow. Yeah, I wish the birds went the other way. I think I'm going to add some music paper. Or you know what? Maybe a piece of this coffee dyed paper. I think that's what I'm going to add. That's what I want to add. And then on top of it, excuse me, on top of it, see, that's got the yellow in it, doesn't it? On top of it, some of this, because that's really thin, followed by that. Followed by that. And we'll pick up that gold. Let's add some butterflies. Now we need to start adding in our lace, don't we? Okay, so let's move some things down here. Let's add this lace in here. Here's our paper. Let's add our lace. Okay. No, I don't think I like it on that one. I think I like it on that one. I think I want something else on that one. But honestly, I don't think I like that one. It's not a big enough pattern. I think that one nope, that's too big. With with that. And then the butterflies. Okay, I like that better. And then, now where's that gold at? And then this, and then between them, this. Oh, I like that much better. And then underneath that, here it is. Underneath that one, with, okay, where did it go? Here, right here. I want this up here. Okay. Now, that little, here it is. This is going to be at the bottom. Not yet. Down here. No, that little strip is too small. No, that doesn't go with it. I think just a plain green will be fine. And then this piece down here. And then at the bottom of that green, this. Like that. And then if I want to put something else there, I can. Okay, so let's start putting all this together. Oh my gracious. Okay, so the first thing, I want to put this on the coffee dyed paper. So I want this right here, but I don't want it too close to the bottom. So I want this, and for all of this, I'm just going to use, let's see, do I like that side better? Oh, no, that's being used down there. Okay. Now for all this, I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. That way I can be, I can put things exactly where I want them. Okay. Now this one, let's see, and I'm going to turn this way. All right, this piece, yeah, see, because I didn't tear it straight, I want things exactly where I want them, right there. And then this piece, I want right there. Okay. Let me turn this over here, followed by that piece, which I think that piece kind of disappears. So I think I'm going to move this piece up. Okay. I want that piece right there. And then that piece. Now this is really long, so I can just tear it off here. Okay. And that piece can go right there. Okay. Now the lace I haven't put on yet. This piece has to go on because it gets covered down here to anchor it. So this piece of lace and then goes down like this. And the reason it's getting anchored is because it's a very thin, very wobbly lace. So I wanted it kind of covered. Whoops. Don't stick to me. Don't stick to me. There. And by having other pieces of paper cover it, that will help it stay where it needs to stay. Okay. Now, that piece, that's got the butterflies on it, will go there. Okay. And then this piece, it's got the gold. Now, do we like that gold better or that gold better? I think I like the darker gold better. It stands out as more gold. Okay. I want that right there. Okay. Followed by this piece. And I want to make sure that the butterfly is on there. this way. Right there. Okay, now that lace is anchored by these 3 strips of paper. Okay, now that green is going to go right there. And she's a rather substantial piece of paper, so I can put something on top of her. And I will find something. But at the bottom of her, she gets that ruffle. So that might help. That definitely might help. So this ruffle here goes across the bottom like that. So let's trim that. Get that out of the way. And maybe something on top of her. Like, let's see about that. Yeah, I think that will work. All right, let's cut this. Now, again, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac on this because, well, there are 2 pieces, so I want to make sure that both pieces are sticking down well. I don't want them coming apart. And when this one gets used in a book, it's just, most likely, it's just going to get, yeah, see, I put more glue than I needed because I went out too far. It's just going to get paper clipped where it needs to go. It won't get stuck in a pocket with all of these little yummies on it. Okay, so let's put our ribbon on. Okay, and use this. Okay, come on. Okay, now we need to trim this here at the bottom so she's not sticking anywhere. Yeah, she's not supposed to stick. And let's put that in the trash. Not on my fingers, you silly girl. And let's go on and trim this before we do any of the others. There we go. And then we can add the lace for the rest of them. Okay. There we go. Now I gotta clean the glue off my scissors again. So let's get these out of the way. Let's put these over here. All right, so that's what we have so far. Now let's get our lace that we were going to use for the rest of them. All right, so we don't need this open. Let's put that over there out of our way. Okay, so for this piece, I think she was going up here between the butterflies and the gold, if I remember correctly. And this piece was supposed to go up there, but now that I look at it, I don't think I want it up there. Let's see. And I don't think I want that one up there. How about, you know, that's the way creating goes. You know, you get started. Oh, I like that. I like that. Yes, yes, yes. That is what I want. I want that across here. Like that. All right, let me take my little spreader here. And let's put this in here. And let's trim this piece. You need to come off of there. And let's get you out of the way. Okay, I'm done with that piece. Now this little piece can maybe go up here. Oh, I like that much better. I like that much better. Or maybe at the top. Or maybe it's the pull even. Let's see about that. No, I think I would rather have it. What about through here? Oh, I like that too. All right, let's do that. Right through here. Okay, get off of there. Let's kind of spread this out a little bit. Right through here. Right through here. There. That's better. Oh, yeah. Much better. Okay. There we go. Okay, now we need to cut our corners here. And okay, I don't think this is dry enough to punch my hole yet. Let's see. I don't know. Cross your fingers. Ah, it did. Okay, now for the little pull top. Okay, so I'm done with this. Oops, I missed the hole. All right, so for the little pull on the top, I want, you know what? I think I want another piece of this. So let's just feed this through the top like that. Yeah, we'll just continue the lace theme, and we'll tie that right there. Just like that. Let me turn it around so I can see it. There we go. Now let's cut that. There. Okay, there's one. A long skinny tag. Now we're going to put that one over here with the first one to dry. Let's put our lace over there. All right, we are moving right along. Now we've got these two little ones here. All right, so I think on these, I want to use some book pages. So let me grab them here off of our cart. Yeah, let's use our book pages. And I think we're going to use our frayed burlap with them. And then on top of our book pages, we'll add our, now I'm just using frayed burlap right now around the edges because I don't want any of the white to show. I know frayed burlap's a totally different color than what I normally use, but it was what was on the table. Okay, so there we go. All right, I think we have time to do these two. Let me double check here. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be quick, you guys. This is gonna be quick because we're already getting down to an hour. So let's grab the paper cutter and let's do some quick. Oh my gracious. It took longer than I thought it was going to take. Okay, well you guys know, you guys kind of get the idea what we're doing and how we're doing it and all that fun stuff. And the one with the little Christmas tree is down in the playlist, and you'll see her because she's down there. She's in the I think she's the main picture of it. And if I can find the when I go down there, I'll find it. And I'll link it for you. And you can see it if you want. And it was fun to do. It was one of those last minute, I have no idea what to do to make this little tree look anywhere better than what she does, because I tried drawing a tree and and it did not come out very well. Now I'm just cutting these pages, just different widths, and you know what, normally I would tear them, but because we're short on time, I'm just ripping them through the cutter real quick. So you guys get the idea of what I'm going to do, don't you? I know you do. I know you do. So I'm going to start at the top, and the first one that hangs over is going to be there. And eventually I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to save a wider one for the bottom, and I'm going to hand tear it. And I'm just going to take these through like this. And I'm going to take my glue stick, and I'm going to do just like the first one. I'm going to take it all around here. And it makes absolutely no difference to me if it's right side or wrong side or inside or outside. I'm just going to lay them down, and then I'm going to come back later when I'm finished, and I'm going to glue everything down. And I'm just picking them up and gluing them down. Okay. And then I'm going to come through. And I'm cutting them off like that. And I'm not even going to cut the ends because that already has a hole. But I am, because I didn't get it straight, I am going to trim it so that it's halfway straight. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this one. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. Just like this. And as you can see, you can rip these out in no time at all. And, you know, if you wanted to use cardstock, you could do this and just go on and pre-cut your cardstock into small strips. And I can remember in school, we used to just put strips of paper in a bag. And our art teacher used to say, now stick your hand in. Oh, I can't get hold of it. Now stick your hand in, and whatever you pick out is what you have to use. And that was how we used to create things. And, you know, we would have to create, he called it strip art. And my mom hated that term, but that was what he called it. And we would just lay strips of paper on a page like this. And, okay, they're pretty much done. And you know, printed page. And back then, back when I was in school, we didn't have cardstock. You know, they were from magazines, and we used our little, you know, glue sticks that were Elmer's, and we would put whatever pages that had been cut out from magazines down, and that was the art that we had created. And then from there, we would create something else and something else and something else, and that was our grade for art class. And it was kind of fun to see how it progressed. Now, once this dries a little bit, I can ink it up a little bit more. Now, you need to especially make sure that your edges are glued down, because once you start applying ink, these edges are going to come up. All right, so these are done. So after I get done with this and they dry, I can add my lace, I can add my ribbons, I can add whatever it is I want to add to them. And you can do it the same way with your cardstock. Just cut them up into strips, grab what you grab, and if you want to do it by color family, you can do it by color family, you know, or by whatever you have left. There you go. These are finished. All I have to do is ink and punch that little hole at the top, which the paper punch I have is too big for that little hole. So I'll have to wait and get my smaller punch. And ink around. I can ink around my edges again. And when my paper dries, I can ink on top of them. But that was the way we created. See, I can go like this, but right now it's too wet. I need to wait for it to dry. But that was the way we created art, and I really enjoyed it. You know, I think as adults, we get all bent out of shape over creating and having fun, and does it match? Does it look right? Where as kids, we just had fun. So let's get back to just having fun and, you know, doing things like that. And I think we will enjoy creating junk journals much better if we do that. So thank you for joining me here in the craft room today around the table. It's so much fun having you guys with me. I enjoy having friends around the table and being able to talk with you and, you know, share things with you. It's always fun, you know, when you have friends around the table. So remember, you can share the videos with your friends and have your friends join you around the craft table. And then you'll see how much fun it is. Now, see, this one's thick. This is leather. So I would have to use, that might be able to work on here. So you can always have your friends join you around the craft table too. So until I see you again in our next video, ta-ta for now.